Lewis Hamilton kept his podium at Silverstone only because the FIA cleared him following a yellow flag incident during his intense wheel-to-wheel battle with Max Verstappen. The paddock continues to react strongly because this single decision has the potential to reshape how safety rules are enforced for every single driver on the grid. Mercedes arrived at the British Grand Prix with renewed fighting spirit, and the W16 showed promising pace, yet the real drama unfolded around that late-appearing flag. The close fight demanded constant attention, split between the mirrors and the track ahead, while crucial championship points remained on the line. Ferrari successfully held on to their podium result, but many drivers across the field now feel uneasy about the level of evidence that was considered enough. This case clearly goes well beyond one race, because it strikes at the very foundation of how yellow flags should be respected and enforced. Every driver on the grid will carry this moment in mind the next time a yellow flag appears during a race. The major question now hanging over the entire paddock is whether the FIA has quietly created a new standard that will change how everyone approaches these situations from now on. Hamilton had just pulled off a strong overtake on Verstappen when the yellow flag suddenly appeared in the zone ahead. His focus remained partly locked on the mirrors as he expected an immediate counterattack during that high-speed section at Silverstone. Telemetry data later confirmed the warning came at a moment when he was already fully committed to the corner line. Ferrari managed to protect their podium position, while the Mercedes continued to defend hard under intense pressure from behind. No broadcast camera angle truly captured exactly what Hamilton could see from inside the cockpit at that precise instant. The sheer intensity of the duel added significant mental load for both drivers involved in the fight. This sequence perfectly illustrates how pure racing pressure can affect important safety decisions in real time. The specific details now help explain exactly how the stewards arrived at their final conclusion regarding the incident. Stewards carefully examined every available piece of data before concluding that the warning signals were not strong enough to justify issuing a penalty. Light panels, together with the steering wheel alert, arrived too closely together for any reliable reaction at full racing speed. Hamilton did make a small lift, but the team successfully demonstrated that it matched realistic human response time under those conditions. Team radio transmissions provided only limited additional information right at the most critical moment. The collected evidence simply did not support changing the race result with a time penalty. This choice ultimately kept the original finishing order intact. The ruling is already starting to influence how similar yellow flag cases will be handled in the upcoming races. It has opened up a serious and important discussion about finding the proper balance in stewarding decisions. Drivers throughout the paddock are carefully studying this steward decision because each ruling gives important clues about how rules might be applied in their own future battles. Verstappen and the rest of the competitors understand that any similar situation could directly affect their own race results. Teams are quickly exchanging information to make sure their drivers are properly prepared for what might happen next. Championship points make these kinds of calls feel significantly heavier, especially when fighting at the sharp end of the field. The professional analysis travels fast between all the different garages on the grid. Growing uncertainty is beginning to affect how drivers approach yellow flag zones in general. This high level of attention clearly highlights the strong need for truly consistent rule application across all events. It leads naturally into the deeper ongoing debate between safety requirements and racing fairness. Yellow flags exist primarily to protect lives on track, but enforcing them fairly at current Formula One speeds continues to create constant difficulties. High downforce cars maintain enormous speed through corners, which leaves almost no time for drivers to slow down safely. Nico Rosberg has frequently spoken about this exact challenge that professional drivers face every weekend. Team principals including Toto Wolff and Christian Horner regularly deal with difficult situations where safety requirements clash directly with championship points pressure. Rules that are too strict can appear unfair, while anything too loose increases real danger for everyone involved. The tight nature of the championship battle makes every single decision carry even greater weight than normal. This ongoing tension continues to put significant pressure on race control to find and maintain the right balance. The FIA now needs to clearly explain their full reasoning so that all teams and drivers know exactly what to expect in future races. Restart situations and periods of heavy traffic will quickly test this new standard in real conditions. Every team on the grid expects the same fair treatment regardless of their current position. Engineers have already started running detailed simulations to help train better and more consistent driver responses. Predictable enforcement allows drivers to focus completely on performance instead of worrying about potential post-race penalties. The championship implications make strong consistency more vital than ever before. The next few race events will clearly reveal whether this approach remains steady and reliable. This growing pressure is now shifting the conversation toward understanding real driver expectations on track. Hamilton fans believe the decision showed proper judgment based on the actual evidence that was available at the time. Verstappen supporters fully understand the extreme pressure that comes with such close and aggressive wheel-to-wheel fighting. Ferrari fans kept their valuable podium result, but they continue to demand consistent rules for the entire grid. Drivers themselves are actively looking for practical lessons they can apply during their own future battles on track. The sport becomes stronger overall when different fan groups feel their perspectives receive fair hearing. Passion from every side helps keep the entire conversation grounded in real racing reality. These varied viewpoints add valuable depth and balance to the full story. They connect naturally to the wider consequences this ruling could create as the season continues. The FIA must now provide clear public explanations so every driver fully understands the expected standard moving forward through the season. Teams will carry the lessons learned from this case with them through the rest of the championship. Mercedes, Red Bull, and Ferrari will all continue their intense title fights with this new context firmly in mind. Real progress in the sport depends on building stronger trust between the drivers and race control officials. Formula One needs both thrilling on-track battles and reliable safety systems that every competitor respects. Every team wants clear guidance that properly matches the massive effort they put into racing. Silverstone provided a sharp reminder that glory and controversy often sit very close together in this sport. The races ahead will ultimately show whether this decision helps strengthen or weaken overall trust across the entire grid.